Hello everyone, welcome to my channel BI Lakes. This side Prateek, and in this video I'm going to walk you through some cool features in Power BI that are going to take your report to the next level. With that being said, let's start the video. Have you ever thought of customizing the tooltips in your report? Well, when I started off, I didn't. But then one day, when I was on a conference call with my friend David, I realized that since he's a business user, he don't have much involvement in any technical stuff, and grasping all the information in these reports gave him a hard time. On top of that, I cannot expect him to right click on all those visuals to look for what are the available options available to him. So let me quickly show you what I did to eliminate that. So before we start, let me quickly create a report for you, and then I'll walk you through what are the some cool tips and tricks that we can enable in our report. Let's say modern visuals or customizing tooltips and advanced tooltips as well. Let's create a Power BI report for you on Power BI desktop. So this is basically the report view of my Power BI desktop. On the right hand side we have filter pane to apply some filters on the report, visualization pane to add visuals like donut chart, pie chart, column, bar and whatnot. Then we have fields wherein we see all the columns in our data that are available. So let's go ahead and try to import a sample data set. Let's load and see what we have. Okay, financials. We'll work with this. We are importing the data, and there we go. Build visuals with your data. And now we can see under fields tab we have all the data fields available, all the columns available to us to build the reports. Let's quickly start to build it. Let me show you how quickly we can make reports, how simple it is to build reports in Power BI. It doesn't take more than like 10 minutes to build a report. So let's say we imported a kind of a shape to create a header. So I'll quickly create a header. I can use any color over here. Let's use yellow color, a little lighter shade over here. Let's say transparency, we gave it 30, and then we can enable borders with some light shade, and then let's go ahead and enter some text, right? Let's say this is our Power BI report. There we go. Font size we can increase to 16 and Figure UI bold. Yep. Left margin, let's say we gave it 10. So this is kind of our header that we quickly created. Let's import some visuals. So let's say on the right hand side under visualization pane we can import any kind of visuals. It's simple drag and drop, simple click things. So let's say if we want to create a donut chart, basically we'll simply select donut chart from the visualization pane. We'll align it wherever we want to set it up. And then we are going to import fields in it. So we have legends, details, values and tooltips. Legends are nothing but categorical data on which our matrices will be categorized, or let's say divided. So if we have, let's say, sales available to be shown, sales will be added to values. We can see overall sales is 118.73 million, which is kind of a 100% share because we have not split it so far. And if we want to split it by any category, let's say we split it by segment, I'll simply select segment, and you can see under legends segment is now available. So this is kind of a complete donut chart that we wanted to represent. So simple to build a visual, right? Now let's see what we have in our fields right now. We have country. Okay, if we have country, we can use the maps chart that are available in Power BI. So let me quickly import a maps chart for you. You are going to see how easy it is to build these reports. It's like quick thing. So we imported it. Let me see if it is aligned well. It is. We click on country and we can see a map coming up on the screen, right? We do not need that title over there. Yeah, much better. Now let's say we want to see the sales, right? Now we can see the area that we have under the data point are highlighted now, right? And we can see the sales has been divided as per country. So for Canada it is 24 something something, and then for Europe it is again 24 something something, but the values are different, you can see, right? Cool. And these visuals can act as filters for each other as well. Now if we want to give them some space, or if we have some more visuals at the bottom, let's say if we have some sort of let's say for product, if we want to add some more visuals, so I can drop a column chart to it over here. Let's drop some sales, and then let's drop products. So these are various products that we are selling right now, and let's look at how much profit we are making on these products. So this is the profit versus sales that we have created just now. What is left? We have something like discount band as well. So let's add something to showcase the discount band too. Let's go ahead with another column chart, let's say. So we just simply clicked on discount band and we clicked on sales. Or let's say if donut chart makes sense, then yep, this makes sense. So we have two donut charts available for us, and one map chart, and one sales and profit by product chart. Now if we want to take export of the raw data for any particular segment, any particular discount band, or a particular product, we would require one table as well. Now you would say, okay Prateek, what we can do for that is we can simply squeeze these charts a little and then make some breathing space, some area for that raw table to export the data. But what if we do not have any area at all, and we simply want to keep this as simple as possible with minimalistic visuals, right? What we can do in that scenario? In that scenario, drill downs and tooltips is what we can use. Yes. So let's say if we want to eliminate segment or discount band on this particular pane, right? What currently would you do? You can simply click on North America and you would see this being filtered. So let's say if we want to filter it instead of highlighting it, this is what we can do, right? So if I click on Europe, you see it is filtering our other visuals as well. But what if we do not want this? We want to have this space for some other visual, but still want to see sales by segment on this particular page without having this visual to fill up our space. What we can do is we can embed this particular visual in our map view as well. Let me show you how. So we'll quickly click on page 2. We'll create a new page. Over here under visualization pane, we'll go to format, and we will say that, hey Power BI, take this page as a tooltip as well. So we'll simply enable tooltip for this particular case. Now Power BI will take this as a tooltip instead of a page. Now what we can do is we can give it a name. We will name it a later stage. Let's say we created we changed the aspect ratio for this page, right? The aspect ratio has been switched to a tooltip. The width and height are 320 to 240. It's pretty small, but that would suit our need to make it as a tooltip. Now what we need to replace this visual, or basically remove this visual and add it in this visual itself, right? Right now you can see a black shade coming in named Canada or sales, like that, right? A black shade is coming in. This is our default tooltip that we usually get, and leave it like that only. But let me show you how we can add more value to our reports, right? So we created the same visual over here. I'm going to copy this and paste it over here. you can see it's sales by segment is coming over here now. I'll simply give it some space. If the categories are not coming in right, what we can do is we can simply go to page, we can create custom, we can increase the width to 400, let's say. Right now we can increase the size of tooltip. There you go. A little more is required, so let me increase it a little further. Let's say 425 is the width, and yep, boom, we have complete visual available on this page. Now let's rename this to sales by segment, right? And let's go back over here and rename this to report quickly. Now that page is acting like a tooltip for Power BI. How to add that particular page as a tooltip on this visual? Once we select this visual, we'll go to visualizations pane, we'll go to format, we'll click on tooltips. We can see the report type, the tooltip type is report page right now instead of default, which is fine. On the page we will select sales by segment instead of auto, right? And then we'll simply click it back. Now if we hover on this particular visual, you will observe that instead of that black shaded tooltip that we get by default, we are getting that particular report as a tooltip, that particular page as a tooltip over here in this visual. So if we can see in North America, this is the sales by segment, right? What we are looking at right now is basically that tooltip being filtered for particular country. If I hover on Europe, there you see the sales by segment just changed, right? So on hovering on various countries, we are basically passing this country as a filter to that other tooltip. Now I'm not sure if we have more countries in this data set, but that is fine. For Europe it is something else, some data points are different, and for America it's different. So this is how we can simply remove this particular visual, because now we have all that information available in just one visual, and that's it. That's how simple it is, right? What we can do is, now let's suppose we want to provide an export of the data, right? We do not want to provide a raw table over here on this first page. This is kind of an overview of the report. We do not want to, bulk this up with various visuals. So what we can do is we can create another page. Let's say this is like details page, details of all the data fields that are underneath a particular visual. So let's say if this is the sales by segment, this is the total sales by for North America, what are the data fields that are underneath that? If someone wants to take export of data, how can you do that without giving a raw table on the first page? How can you get that export available for that data point? We'll go to details. We will simply create a raw table just like we could have done on the first page, right? We will simply import all the columns that we would like to export. We'll start with country, followed by segment, followed by product, followed by sales, let's say sales price, then sales, then profit, and whatnot. It's totally up to you. Unit sold, sales price, sales profit, and so on. Right, now what we can do, let's say this is our details tab. Let's say over here we can provide some title, or that totally depends on you. Now what we'll do, we want to have this table be accessed right from the first page without having users to navigate through these panes, right, through these tabs. Basically what we can do in that scenario, we can use some drill throughs. How drill throughs work? If we select this particular visual, this detail table over here, under visualization pane we see a feature drill through, a field where an area where fields can be added, columns can be added. So let's see what are the common categorical fields that are available in our report and this particular visual. We see country, segment, product. Right, these are three categorical fields that are available in this visual, and let's go back to our report. Country, segment, products. So here we have country, we have products and discount band, but products and country is what we have in common. So we'll go back to details, select this visual, we will use country and drag it over here, and the country is first categorical field that is common, other is product. There we go. There we go. So we have country and product under drill throughs, right? We see as soon as we add these two fields over here, we can see that there is some icon, some back button that has been added by Power BI automatically. Yep, this is kind of a feature wherein we will be able to navigate from this page back to our report. Let me show you how. So we simply create this detail tab, we will hide this page, let's hide the sales segment as well. So whenever you publish this report and users will view it, they will be only able to see the report page. That's it, nothing more, nothing to complicate. Now if we hover on North America, we can see sales by segment. Right, now if we want to take export for this particular North America country, how can we do that? We will need to right click, right? And as soon as I right click, I can see there are a few options like show as table. So if we are going to show this as table, we can see only aggregated data like Canada, France, Germany, but we want to see the details of this sales, right? Everything. So we will again right click on it, we will go to drill through and go click on details. Now you can see we have been redirected to this particular details page that we have hidden already, and under country we can see we have already applied that Canada filter over here. So this is how you can get to that granularity of data and simply take exports of data from here for that particular filter. And we can use this back arrow to go back to our main page, and this is how we can simply navigate the users, right? We applied drill through for two fields. One was country that we just showed, the other was product. So that same feature should be available under products as well. Now if I'm hovering on this visual, I can see that apart from that product, that sales, we are getting an information like right click to drill through. So someone would simply right click, would see all these options that are available, and then click on drill through details, and now we can see the product is being filtered for VTT. This is how we can simply save up our space on the main report page and get to the main details of the data, take export of data, easy and square. Now let me show you what Power BI has recently added as modern visual tooltips. For that, to enable that, basically we will go to file, we will go to option and settings, click on options. Now Power BI releases updates time to time, every year, on monthly basis, on quarterly basis, and all those features are basically updates under this preview features. So we'll click on preview features, we'll go to modern visual tooltips and simply enable it. Yeah, this needs to be enabled over here. There are various features that I'll be showcasing in other videos as well. For now, let's enable modern visual tooltips. Then for the current file settings, we'll go to report settings. If we scroll all the way down, we'll see modern visual tooltips. We need to check that as well, so we'll enable use modern visual tooltips with drill actions and updated styling. Click on OK. Now if I hover on these particular visuals, what I'll see, there you go, instead of that black shaded tooltip, we are getting this white tooltip, which is much more appealing and visually well suited for my report. We can see products, we can see sales, and without having me to right click, I can see drill through option right from here by hovering. So we can click on details, and there we go. So this is how we can simply save much space on our reports and showcase more information that is easier to grasp by the end users. I hope you like this video. If not, please feel free to comment me so that I can improve on these things, and we'll try to create more videos and help you throughout your learning.